Hey, I am Kaya and I am using Life RX to start my GLP-1 journey. This is the second time that I will be on a GLP-1, and I just wanted to give you guys some tips in case this is your first time, this is your second, third, fourth, however many times you need to is how many times you should, and you shouldn't feel bad about that. I mean, I know I don't. So one of the mistakes that I made the first time around was when I got on tirzepatide for the first time, I tried to cut everything out all at once and started working out hardcore. Don't get me wrong, you absolutely should change your diet and you absolutely should be working out. That's the entire point of being on a GLP-1, not just for the weight loss, but to change your life overall. Take your vitamins, take your supplements, work out, eat better, and just change your lifestyle in addition to taking your GLP-1. But this is what I find is more helpful. And that's slowly but surely making these changes. If you're on your first or second or third week, you should absolutely be feeling the difference now. Your cravings should be going down. I mean, you should be feeling full faster. You should absolutely have changed something in your life, but don't make it too extreme and don't put too much pressure on yourself. If you haven't started losing weight in that first or a second week or third week, even, it's okay because slow and steady wins the race, right? We're doing a lifestyle change. You might have seen something that said that you can lose 10 pounds a month, 20 pounds in a few months. Okay, this is something that you should be on and actually be slow and steady with. If you lose 1 pound a week, that's a huge win. That's actually 2 pounds a week is pretty normal, especially when you first start using a GLP-1. So that is my first tip for you is to not freak out for the first few weeks because it might take a while to kick in, right? Now, for me, with GLP-1s, it's a lot about how I feel. I know that my tirzepatide from LifeRx is mixed with B6. B6 helps with nausea and it helps with a lot of other things in addition to the tirzepatide, which is aiding, helping me feel full and sending those signals to my brain that I don't have to finish this food. One huge no is to stop weighing yourself every single day. I personally did that the first time around, and it would put me in such a negative mood because, in the morning time, things are great. I've lost weight. I am on the way to where I want to be. And then in the evening time, after I've eaten, after I've drank, after the whole day, I see that I weigh more. And obviously, in my head, I know that I should, count that towards it. But looking at the numbers on the scale constantly is a huge negative thing. I'd say maybe weigh yourself twice a week, three times if you really, really have to. But regardless of what you see on the scale, don't let it affect your mood because your weight can change by the actual hour. You drink something, you weigh more. You use the restroom, you weigh less. So don't let the scale control your life and control your mood. What you should actually be doing, listening to your body. Get to know your body, get to know how you feel. Start listening to yourself when you are either at the table or wherever you eat and you're starting to feel full. Stop eating right before you feel full because you might already be full. It might just take a little minute to kick in. I also notice that if I eat a little bit slower, especially when I'm super hungry, I will end up feeling fuller faster and I can save the rest for later. And also, huge mistake, biggest mistake, don't stop eating. What I mean by that is semaglutide, tirzepatide, whatever it is that you're on may send signals that make you feel nauseous, especially when you're first taking them. or you feel full after you only ate a little bit or drank something. But the biggest mistake that you can make is to stop eating, because if you eventually go off of this medicine, or even if you don't go off the medicine, you still need nutrients. Just change your eating habits. Eat lots of protein, fruit, vegetables, things that are good for you. Make sure that you are eating, even if they are just smaller portions. An amazing tip that one of my doctors from the Life RX told me about was the goal is not to be on a stronger dose of tirzepatide, Wegovy, Ozempic, or whatever GLP-1 you're on. That's not the goal. The goal is the one that's going to help you block out the food noise, help you not overeat, help you feel better, and help you assist you in your weight loss. And that doesn't mean that you need to be on the dose that makes it so you are so nauseous that you can't even eat, or that you don't feel like eating, or that you're just losing so much weight rapidly because you're not eating. You should be on a dose that allows you to cancel out that food noise, that helps you send that signal to your brain that you are full. One last thing that I did notice, and this, it doesn't even say it in the side effects, or, in the positives or the negatives or anything, but I did notice that when I drink champagne, wine, alcohol, I drink less than I drank before. And it's definitely because of the GLP-1. I don't know why, but for some reason, when I am, drinking a glass after dinner or so, I'll stop at 1.5 glasses, whereas before I'd want a couple of drinks even when I'm out. And that's a huge positive for me. But I would say definitely continue to drink a lot of water, or if you haven't been drinking water, drink a lot more than you do now. And those are just my tips for someone who is now on tirzepatide for the second time. Make sure you grab your GLP-1 from LifeRx, whether it is a GLP-1, whether it is testosterone, NAD+, vitamins, supplements, and guess what? Now we have meal prep, and I'll tell you a little bit about my food choices in another story. So definitely stay tuned.